Hello, hi everybody. Come on in, come on in. Hello, 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 hello. We're here. Welcome to Soul Food Sundays. I'm so glad, one, that we made it. Never would have made it. Ain't nothing but the Lord. Ain't nothing but the Lord. But I'm so glad that we made it today, and we are going to have our first video. So I hope you all enjoy it. We are going to learn from it. We're going to have some things that we do a little differently next time. But I'm so happy to be bringing this to you, and I hope you all make the cabbage and let me know about the libation and how the cabbage came out when you decide to cook it. So we are going to go ahead and play the video, and then we're going to post it on YouTube, and it'll be posted on Facebook along with the recipes. So yay! And yes, my hair is different in the video, so whatever. All right. See y'all in a little bit. Come on in, get in here, get in here, get in here. Hi, welcome. This is Soul Food Sundays with Sweet Granny Bees, and I'm your host, B, and I am the owner of Sweet Granny Bees. So you might be saying, who is this lady? I know some of y'all know me, but some of you won't. So I own Sweet Granny Bees, which she is my grandmother, and my company is named for her. And Sweet Granny Bees is a dessert shop, and we focus on Southern classical traditional desserts. So things like sweet potato pie, banana pudding, buttermilk pie, peach cobbler. I make a walnut raisin bread pudding. It'll make you slap your grandma, like for real, with the bourbon sauce. Yeah. So we make desserts like that. We don't do any cakes, we don't do cookies, we don't do brownies, because you can get that stuff anywhere. So we try to focus on those hard to find desserts, so tea cakes, things like that. And so Soul Food Sundays was born. This is something I decided to do because when I was a kid, every Sunday, my aunts and uncles would come over to my grandmother's house, and I was raised by my granny. I'm a granny's baby, only child. And it would be so much fun just fellowshipping with everyone. My cousins and I would play, and my grandmother would always make this huge meal, and so we would just eat and fellowship and laugh, and it was so much fun. And I think especially since COVID, we've gotten away from that. We've been isolated, we're always on our phones, we're so busy. It's like, let's come back together. Let's fellowship with each other again. And why not do that on Sundays over food? It's fantastic. And so I want to welcome you to my home. This is my kitchen. I'm going to welcome my family members to the videos as well. So you'll get to meet some of them later, because they're all going to help us do a little bit of cooking. And they have their own little specialty that they do. But I'm going to be focusing on Southern traditional soul food type food. So Soul Food Sundays is going to be a video series. This is the first of the series, and like I said, I'm going to be focusing on Southern classic traditional foods, but we are going to, have guest speakers. So we might have someone talking about how to prepare a vegan dish, someone talking about keto or vegetarian, just really different types of foods, but all of it is centered around foods that can feed your soul and just make you happy and allow you the opportunity to cook for your family and just to have a good time. So all right, so today we are going to make cabbage. Now this is one of my favorite sides, because it's really easy to make, and number two, you can pair it with anything. You put it with some meatloaf. Today we're going to have barbecue. We're going to have some people over, which is why I'm making so much today. But you can have it with barbecue, you can have it with chicken, you can have it with fish, just whatever you like. It's a fantastic side, but it's super duper easy to make. Now I also want to make sure that I make mention of my libation. I told y'all know libations is one of my favorite words. So this is a white wine called Fetzer. and it's kind of like a Riesling. You can get a picture of it. I can't pronounce that word, so if y'all know how to pronounce it, let me know. But we are gonna try this, and I got it because I like Riesling. Give me a little taste. This is really good. So it's very similar to a Riesling, but it's not sweet. It's more of a dry. So this is something that you might want to pair with your cabbage as you're making it. But cheers. So we're gonna sip a little something while we cook it too. So all right, now let's get into this. So we got all of our ingredients. We've got our cabbage, and the cabbage has been sliced, as you can see, and washed, or rinsed rather. The rest of our ingredients are, we got some green pepper, we got some onion, and everything's already sliced. We've got some bullion. You're gonna need that, black pepper, seasoning, salt, and some butter. Now, over here, we also have some smoked turkey meat, and we've already got that going because it helps to season the water, so, and to help the meat kind of be very tender and fall off the bone. So I already had that boiling, and then we're going to add our ingredients to the pot as we cook. So, but first thing we're going to do is saute the vegetables. So we are going to use some butter to saute our vegetables. I like the way that the butter tastes on the vegetables and what it does to add to the cabbage. So I'm going to use about a half a stick of butter. So you're going to melt that. And basically you're going to saute the vegetables. Don't want to forget about this. You're going to saute the vegetables in the butter so that it soaks up all of that butter flavor, and so that it's going to add to the flavor of your cabbage. But you're going to saute it till it's a little bit translucent. Okay, so our butter is melted, and we are going to add our onion, which we've sliced the long way, and our green pepper. Sizzle on that, and you don't want to add the vegetables in too soon. You want to make sure that it sizzles like it is here, and then you want to cook it for a few minutes until it is translucent. That's for adding our cabbage to the pot. So you just want to add a little bit in at a time. And we may not be able to get all, because this is a lot of cabbage. May not be able to get all of it into this pot, so I might have to do a couple batches, but that's okay. Now, as the cabbage cooks, it's going to cook down, so we may be able to add all of the cabbage to the pot. We'll see. We might have to let it cook down a little bit first before we add the other cabbage. All right, and as you can see, I'm using a wooden spoon. That's the only utensil that I really cook with, is a wooden spoon, because it doesn't get hot, so it doesn't burn your hand. It's sturdy, it's not flimsy, so you can do what you need to do. So make sure you get a wooden spoon to cook with. All right, we're gonna check on our veggies. They're looking good. Not quite ready. And this is over a medium heat. Alright, so we are back, and our veggies are ready. It was cooked for about 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes or so. So they're nice and translucent. So you can kind of see the difference. They look, wilted. They changed in color a little bit. So now we're going to add this to our cabbage. Alright. And we have our cabbage on, also on a medium heat. I'll put it on hot because we want to bring this to a boil. But we're going to situate everything down into the pot. And then we're going to add our seasoning. So we're going to go ahead and get that in. So we're going to put in some bullion, chicken bullion. I love this because it adds wonderful flavor, so to really anything, any meal that you need to use like a chicken broth for. So we are going to put in 3 heaping tablespoons of bullion, and then we're going to put in a couple tablespoons of black pepper, and I like to use restaurant style cracked pepper in the foods that I make. And then we are going to stir, well, situate. We're going to situate it in so it can get down into the water. And let this cook down a little bit, and then we're going to add the rest of our cabbage to it after it's cooked in a little. So we're going to cover it. And we're going to bring it, let it come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we're going to put it on a medium heat so it can just kind of simmer for a while. And then once it cooks down a little bit, we'll add the rest of our cabbage, and then we'll let it cook. That's really it when it comes to cabbage. There's not a lot to it. Now, you know, you can add different vegetables if you like. You can add, you know, additional seasonings. But this is how I make my cabbage. And that's what we love. We are back. This is really good, by the way. Make sure y'all pick up some of this. But before I show you the cabbage, I wanted to make sure. Now, this is 3 heads of cabbage. Again, we have some family coming over, and so I'm making a lot. But I'm going to put the recipe in the description. And you'll only use 1 head of cabbage that you'll slice up. You use half of a medium onion and a whole bell pepper that you'll slice. You're going to fill the pot really just enough to probably about halfway with water, and you put your meat in and put your cabbage in. You use 2 tablespoons of the bouillon, a tablespoon of the pepper, and then you can salt it. The seasoning salt is only if you need it. You may not need seasoning salt because you're going to taste it to make sure that it tastes right as you're cooking it, or it tastes like you want it to taste as you're cooking it. So that's just for taste. You may add a little bit more. You may want a little bit less, so you can play with it, but the full recipe will be in the description. And so we were able to get all, and like I said, this is 3 heads of cabbage into the pot, and so it's going to simmer for a little while. And when we come back, we are going to show you the finished product of what we have. It's been simmering for about 30 minutes, so look at that. Look at this, how you know it's done. Look at that bone. Meat falling all out. That's what I'm talking about right there. Right there. That's the good stuff right there. And so, just so you know, I added another tablespoon. So it's very important that you taste your food while it's cooking, so you can make sure that it tastes like you want it to taste. So I tasted it, and I added an additional spoon of the bouillon, and I put in a few dashes of hot sauce as well because I like it a little bit spicy, but it's perfect. This is the finished product. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. My husband is running cameraman today, so you want to taste, baby? Here, you get you a taste, baby. It's good to you, ain't it? It's good to you. How you know food is good when it make you jiggle a little bit? That's how you know when it's delicious. Yeah, this right here. And it's so easy. It don't take no time to make. It doesn't take a long time to cook. It's so easy, so simple. So, bon appetit. Mmm. Mmm. Until next time, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see y'all next Sunday. We did it! Yay! Thank y'all so much for watching. And I did not, or maybe I did get a little tipsy during the broadcast, but whatever. So thank y'all for watching. We're going to bring more videos to you all in the coming weeks. Every Sunday we'll have a video to post. Next week we're going to be doing tea cakes. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's one of my favorite desserts. So I will see you all next week. Thanks for tuning in. The recipe is going to be in the description on YouTube and in Facebook. And I will see y'all next week. Yay!